All right, let's talk about specific institutions, okay? So many different organizations out there are offering Lean Six Sigma training. Employers, I had someone ask me last week about my employer offered a certification. Can I use it? Is it a good one? One, did they give you a certification? So if you do take a training with your employer in Lean Six Sigma, make sure to get that certification sheet, right? That paper that says I'm a certified white belt or I'm a certified green belt. Really important thing to have to be able to present with your CV or with your resume, right? So you want to make sure if you took an employer program that you get that certification. Also, if you're going to ask me, hey, I took this with GE, GE I know is a leader in Six Sigma. So I'm going to know that their program is very competitive. If you tell me that I took it with Joe's Appliance Repair, I might not be sure about the level of challenge that was involved in getting that certification. So my next question would be, how long was it? We talked about kind of those standards at the beginning. So if your certification was that long, I would see it as a higher value. I would also see it higher value if you tell me about your project and what the results are. Now, consultants we already talked about are going to be a great option when you want that one-on-one instruction. In addition, consultants have been using these tools for sometimes 30 years. So the number of projects that they can tell you about, the different examples that they can give are awesome. I do want to encourage you to think about, though, that no matter which program you choose, you are going to ask the same question and have the same criticism that every person that takes Lean Six Sigma training has. And that is that there are not enough project examples. I know there's not enough examples. I know we can't find an example specific to you on today, on the issues that you're experiencing today. I understand that makes it more challenging to understand how to apply the tools. But what I do want to let you know, as you look at these different programs, as you go through these certifications, that is a really common challenge. So I would step back and I would really look at the intent of the tools. So what we want to make sure that we're doing is aligning to the intent of the tool. So if you're learning about pull, you're going to be interested in making sure that you don't produce a product or service until your customer demands it. I don't care where in the world you are. So by understanding more of that intent and aligning with that intent, you can understand how to apply it in many different situations. Now, I know those examples make it easier to understand that application and intent, but that is a really common challenge. If that's something already you think is going to be an issue, then it might be important for you to choose something that's industry specific, right? So there are certifications that are medical specific or manufacturing specific. So it might be really important for you to choose one of those programs versus one that's more broad. So consultants are a really great option to get that one-on-one interaction and a lot of those examples, right? The next thing is going to be universities. So online universities as well as actually in-person university programs. So there's more and more organizations like that offering Lean and Six Sigma certifications. Like I said, there's a lot of process improvement ones out there. And those are not short programs. Those are really in-depth programs. So I know for me, over about the last 5 years, more and more of those programs have come up. And I've found when I look at CVs now and I see a process improvement certification from whatever university, I might actually go and look at how many hours that program is. So I might be looking for some of those expectations that I would have from a green belt. And quite often these university programs are actually much more challenging. They also often offer tools that are much more applicable for that person in that specific position versus, like I said, that green belt, which is very specific tools that might not necessarily meet your needs at that moment. And then we have nonprofits. So nonprofits are going to be out there that are really doing some of the oversight of the industry. They might have some training or different certifications that they offer, But there are a lot of .orgs or different nonprofits that are out there that are providing certifications, right? So those might be slightly different for priorities that they have versus consultants, but a very similar skill set if they're doing training. There are, though, those organizations, like I said, ASQ does exams, but they also are very active in having different meetups. So by joining their network, you get this vast array of information, of people that you can connect with, as well as this great certification from their exam.